NYPD, the biggest police force in the U.S., has announced the scratching of its controversial demographics unit, also dubbed the Zone Assessment Unit, which was established in 2003 by a CIA officer. Now, the mission of this unit was to essentially spy on the Muslim community of New York by sending undercover detectives to Muslim neighborhoods and gathering points to strike conversations with people to find out where they go to eat, to meet, to shop, and so forth, to basically build up files on the actions of the Muslim community. The goal was to show up and strike conversations with Muslims at their gathering points or places of business and find out and try to assess their relationship and attitudes towards the U.S. and its foreign policies, with the ultimate goal of trying to establish leads on possible terrorists. And of course, not surprisingly, this practice has been creating much outrage within the Muslim community, as well as within prominent civil rights groups who have said that these tactics are a violation of citizens' rights and essentially build up more fear and suspicion as opposed to making New York safer.
For the Muslim community and for activist communities, for students who are all wrapped up into the investigations that we see in some of the documents that have been revealed since, these communities have been broken in a number of ways. The trust has been broken. The trust has been broken between each other.
This latest decision to scratch the program is, of course, seen as a step in a positive direction after promises of change were made by New York's new mayor after very harsh tactics peaked during the years of the Bloomberg administration. And, of course, while communities and groups here in New York are welcoming this decision to end this surveillance on law-abiding Muslims, certainly many questions remain in terms of how much, for example, of this information is going to be kept and possibly used in the future, as well as whether similar tactics might continue to be used despite disbanding this one unit, because it was just one of several intelligence gathering tactics. We do know, of course, that also the NYPD infiltrated colleges where Muslims attended, for example, to gather information on phone numbers and addresses of students as well as teachers, and also went into mosques to record videotapings and audio tapings of sermons being held.
The demographics unit and the different programs that it's morphed into and changed its name to were part of our concern, but certainly not the whole monster that we're looking at. And so despite this very simple statement from the police department, there still really needs to be accountability, there needs to be transparency, there needs to be community oversight, because so much damage is already done.
There are currently 2 federal lawsuits ongoing against the tactics used for a decade, with critics looking for accountability. The NYPD has admitted that these tactics had led to no leads whatsoever within the Muslim community. Anastasia Churkina, RT, New York.